And we are underway as the Gold Coast Blaze get De Leon to go hard to the basket. Looks like his aggression is picked up where he left off last week.
Yes, he goes straight to the rack. Good tip. Will Hudson getting up and going to send De Leon to the line and shoot a couple of free throws. And when you're coming off a big game, it's good to get an early couple of cheapies, because then you just carry on that same momentum that you've had the previous week. And
if your team needs you to be aggressive too, I think it's important to come out there. You don't necessarily have to shoot the ball straight away, but you got to really get those legs going, be aggressive to the hoop, make something happen. Adam Gibson will slow it down. Ooh, tries to get the basketball, and Hudson throws it away. And Gill picks up the steal. Missed out on a triple-double last week. Well, he's always been a solid player, but 25 points in the second half against the first Wildcats. Crawford off the glass, comes up short.
Peter Crawford is another one who's having a very, very good year. He's shooting the ball at 45% from the three-point line.
James Harvey gets a good look on some excellent dribble penetration from De Leon. Nice little matchup between him and Eddie Gill. Gill double team, little pick and pop. Mims, offensive foul. Paul Woodford doesn't like that one. Didn't like the first call either. We'll get another look.
Alvin Mims.
Oh my goodness.
Alvin Mims had a quiet one last week against the Melbourne Tigers, but it wasn't to the expense of his team. He was quiet in his numbers, but he wasn't out there forcing the issue or concerned about himself, but happy to play the role. And in a very subtle way, was an important part of the Townsville Crocs' resurgence in the second half.
A medium range jump shot by Jacob Holmes.
12 points and 10 rebounds he's averaging a season. We've sung his praises the last couple of weeks, and as we should, because he's taken this opportunity with the Townsville Crocs with both hands. Little 2-3 defense, and it's exposed there real wide open, and Townsville Crocs, both these teams not blessed with great size. The Crocs will be when they get Luke Schencher back in a couple of weeks. We spoke to him before the game, and the surgeon had a look at him this week, and they're expecting him back in 2 or 3 weeks.
Jacob Holmes again gets the soft roll. He's got 2 straight for his 4 points. They're looking for him. De Leon lines up the 3. That's straight, and that's good. Joey Rice said he was surprised at how well he shoots the basketball. Knew he could penetrate. Crawford traveled first.
PC thought he got fouled. There definitely was a foul, but the referee's deemed. Oh, they called a technical foul on Peter Crawford.
He must have really barked at him. Felt like he should have had a foul called as he was hit pretty hard.
I'm not sure whether it was for some language to the officials or whether it's the way in which he threw the ball back.
Okay. He threw it in Ken's face.
There you go. The tech came because of the foul, the way in which he threw the ball back to Andres De Leon. It was a touch-and-go one. The officials deemed a little shuffle of the feet by Peter Crawford. He sort of fumbled as he went up to the basket, and assuming that the trouble came before the foul, but he was definitely fouled.
He was definitely, it did look awkward, so, I mean, it's really not probably one you should be getting a technical foul on. Crawford with a good hand. He's trying to get all the way to the rim. Crawford just getting some attention there. He just jumped out of bounds.
Early in the game, we've only played 2.5 minutes, and already the emotions are running high. Have a look at PC here, and just with a little right elbow there against his boomer teammate Adam Gibson. No contact made.
Gill gets it inbounds after about 3 seconds. Crawford. Jacob Holmes, he's got the hot hand. He finally misses one. Here come the Blaze. check and see how hot he was. Pressure in transition on a three. Maybe not the one they wanted. Hudson has it knocked away. That's the third interior pass that's been knocked away. Blanchfield with a nice finish and ends up getting the roll. Makes it a one-point game.
Blanchfield is emerging this season as a legitimate force for the Townsville Crocs. He served a very brief apprenticeship with the Crocs, but now he's getting those extended minutes. In fact, averaging a few clicks over 20 minutes a game and performing well. He gets out on the break, good athlete, can shoot it.
De Leon goes straight past the contact of Elvin Mims. He just blew by him. He recognized the mismatch and just said, get out of my way.
Steve, he's too hard to guard, De Leon.
That's his nickname. We be saying that a lot. As if his name wasn't sweet enough.
Have a look at the little hesitation, and probably should have been a foul on the reach.
He didn't even look the referee's direction. He doesn't even need a call. Just throws it right to Adam Gibson. He's got a rhythm three in transition, and he nails it.
And this is what we talked about when we spoke about the keys to the game. The Gold Coast plays with their 10-deep roster. They're looking to extend their defense every single time, and it's important the Crocs take care of the basketball.
Peter Crawford, now that's how you beat the transition. A lot of poise. Gill kicks it up with the pass. Results in a three-point shot. Worthington loses the handle. Good no call.
Great no call.
Here come the Crocs. They've got numbers. Excellent passing. Blanchfield misses the layup. Mims with the putback. That's good. Once again, a one-point game. Gibson down to Worthington. Single coverage. Worthington with a tough ball away. Comes up short. Gill loses the handle. But he was fouled by Andres De Leon.
Mark Worthington discussed the non-call back there, and this is where I have a problem with the consistency. He threw that ball straight back to the referee at his feet, and no technical foul. So
that's a very good point.
It's 1, 2, 3.
Gill gets it up top. Townsville have a little trouble getting the ball in bounds. Jacob Holmes cross court to Crawford, but he's standing on the sideline. Paul Wolford right on that same look with Raul Kirsten. It was a quick discussion, so I mean, referees don't miss that call ever. Might want to save your argument for another one. Something that might be questionable. Nice interior pass. Stephen Hoare can't get the finish. Here comes Gill. Townsville. Gill showing you his strength in traffic. Blanchfield, he can shoot it from there. Comes up long. Gibson. Turning the corner. His floater comes up short.
Steve, at this pace, you realize watching a tennis match here going backwards and forwards. It's beautiful to watch. It'd be interesting to see who is going to be the survival of the fittest here, who's got the best conditioning coach, because these guys are going up and down. PC knocks down another three.
And neither one of them will turn down an opportunity. In transition, De Leon cuts through a very small gap. He has got some skills.
He's wiry, he's small, and he can get through any little nook and cranny, and that time it was the slightest of nook that he had to get through. See, he splits the double, and Elvin Mims just got to be a little tighter on the screener so he can't get through and split the double team.
It's been like a track meet here on the Gold Coast, but it's a two-point game. Crocs on top.
All the pulling power you want, then a bit more. The technology and space you need, then a bit more. All the toughness of the competition, then a bit more. The all-new 147 kilowatt Mazda BT50, because more is more.
We're getting dicked by the officials. Let me worry about that. You guys are doing a hell of a job not worrying about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that. Hey, the only thing we got to worry about is don't allow them to split it. That was a bullshit call. Don't worry about that. Okay? Don't allow them to split the pick and roll. Don't allow that. I like the fact we're running. I like the fact we're getting hands on balls. You better run the wide. Make sure we run the lanes wide. Hey, next time down, get Harvey in 11. Harvey in 11 if he's in the game. Okay? Get back in, get Goulding in 11. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Paul Woodford not real happy with the officiating right now. It's really important, the message that he's sending right there. His team's up by 2. They've weathered the storm. You know, the officials know when they're made a couple of them. They're aware of those things. If you can weather those with a lot of class and not show that you're going to get all emotional, maybe make your point and say, you know, like, we're not getting our fair share, but not go all crazy. Those calls start to come around your way. Usually. You got to hope for that. Gibson, pull-up jump shot. Tough one going left. Adam Gibson. He's connected on his first 2. We're all tied up at 14. Ball deflected. Gold Coast create the turnover. Good passing once again. Adam Gibson's got Crawford isolated. Golding from the baseline. Kicks it out to Adam Gibson, who's had the hot hand. Petrie with the offensive rebound. And the Blaze, I'd say the Rollers, the Blaze get another crack on this possession. See this? Joey Wright, he's got a ride on that one because that is why De Leon is so difficult to guard, because if you don't have a real aggressive show, he splits between the two of you.
Well, that's right, Stephen. I think one of the biggest adjustments that the Townsville Crocs have made is, if you cast your mind back 2 or 3 weeks when these 2 teams met up in Townsville and the Townsville Crocs got the win by 8 points in a low-scoring Dow struggle, 70-78. The Crocs early on really didn't do a real great job of handling that pick and roll. They were just corralling the guy when he come off the screen, and the Gold Coast Blaze were picking him off, finding the roll-off guy or the shot. Tonight, you see they've clearly made that adjustment where anyone guarding the screener is fiercely coming out and showing a lot earlier and attacking the ball. And I think that's a much better way to play it. Gives you a chance to not only stop the penetration, but also deal with the roll-off pass.
Gold Coast trying to pressure the guards now that Eddie Gill is having a seat. The Cedar brothers are in. Chris Cedar does most of the handling between the 2 of them. Jacob Holmes finds Cedar. He's got nowhere to go. Gets it out to his brother. Chris shoots the 3. That's long. Shot clock was down to 2. Vanderjet with the smaller Stephen Hoare on his back, spins to his left, shoots it over his right shoulder and gets the soft roll off the window. Vanderjack
is another player that came in late to the Townsville Crocs, and he's only been playing limited minutes, only averaging a few ticks over 6 minutes a game, but tonight he's familiar in this arena, having played here, is too hard to guard. Again splits the on-ball screen.
Blanchfield with a reverse layup, misses another layup. That'll stay with Townsville.
Steve, I reckon there is a bit to that when you got a guy like Vanderjack and he's played here before, he's familiar with those surroundings. You throw him in a little bit earlier to see what he's going to be able to do because he's in that comfortable environment. And Vanderjack's a veteran.
Holmes get it out to Cedar. Out to his brother on the wing. That comes up short. Petrie with the board has the ability to put it on the floor. Flirting with the halfway line. Gibson's turned the corner. Jason Cadee in the game for the Gold Coast Blaze, and Stephen Hoare hits the jumper just inside the three-point line. Blaze now with a 2-point lead. Cedar's got a good look. Comes up way short. Loose ball goes to Adam Gibson. He kicks it ahead to Stephen Hoare. Gets it to Golding. And he slows it down. Jason Kadee wants the on ball. Stephen Hoare on a nice pass with Jason Kadee.
Terrific pass, good vision by Jason Kadee. Good instinct by Stephen Hoare. He's going to come off the screen. He sees the overplay and steps back, runs a little backdoor play.
Blanchfield for three. That comes up short.
I think it's the last 4 possessions now. The Townsville Crocodiles are settling for the long ball, all 3-point field goal attempts. And they're not doing a good job on the offensive glass. And the Gold Coast Blaze are just getting out and running. Another turnover. 6 turnovers now for the Townsville Crocs. We mentioned that also in the keys to the game. When you've got a team that's really forcing the issue, extending it up, that's the whole purpose of that extended defense, is to get you out of that offensive rhythm and generate those turnovers. So right now, game plan going as Joey Wright would have liked.
Gibson skips it to Petrie. Takes a step in, comes up short. Guard's got to go get the ball. Cedar does that. Chris Cedar. There's about 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. As we're closing down on the first. Cedar to Holmes in rhythm. His baseline jumper rims out. Kadee's got plenty of time. Gibson for three. That's off the mark, but the Gold Coast Blaze scratch their way back into the lead after the first quarter of play. It's the Gold Coast Blaze 22 and the Townsville